Peace. I'm Son Michaud. Not McHo, not Machow, not Mchex. Michaud, or Daddy, whichever you prefer. I am an unapologetic full-time word nerd, a part-time bullier of bullies, and an occasional motivational thirst trapper. But I digress. Whenever I use my word nerd powers for good, in defense of black speech, or other historically marginalized languages, the two main refrains that I get are, well, the people that you're defending don't know the information that you're using to defend them. They're just using the wrong word. They're just mispronouncing it. And to that I say, most white people, like every other person, don't know the information that I'm giving you either. The average speaker of any language doesn't know all the grammar rules, the etymology of the words, and they do not speak it formally on a day-to-day basis. Y'all are intentionally holding black and other marginalized people to a double standard. You are raising the bar to an impossible height of what it takes to be valid, a standard that even you grammar cops cannot meet. For context here, the world's population of literate people around the year 1900 was only 20%. The world's population of literate adults in 2025 is around 87%. And while that is a massive increase in literacy, it should be noted that the vast majority of the words that we speak in 2025 were already in existence and being used in the year 1900, which means for thousands of years, words were being created and passed on verbally for more people than in the written form. You all seem to have it backwards. You think that the spelling of words determines how the word should be pronounced, when in fact, how the words are pronounced more often determine how the word is spelled. Although there are exceptions, the average person is not adept in the knowledge of orthography. So when you say that someone is using the wrong word when they say pacifically instead of specifically, that is not the wrong word. They're simply pronouncing the right word differently, because pacifically is a word that means peaceful, calm. Yet most of the time, your reference of the Pacific is the ocean, not knowing that the word didn't come from the name of the ocean came from the word. Unless the person who's pronouncing the word specifically as pacifically actually has peaceful and calm or the ocean in mind, they are not using the wrong word. Again, they are using the right word, but pronouncing it different from the standard pronunciation. Even the concept of mispronunciation is subjective, because many of today's words are the result of mispronunciations in the past that became normalized and ultimately replaced the prior correct pronunciation. And it's not uncommon for people to know words that they'd have a little trouble spelling if they had to. Ask the average United States American to spell the word hors d'oeuvre or to pronounce it in its original French form. Meanwhile, when I went to Guadeloupe, a French and French Creole speaking country, everyone pronounced my last name as it is. Formal language is a social contract, and that social contract is subject to renegotiation from generation to generation. But not everyone reads the fine print. The purpose of language is communication, full stop. If you understand what's being communicated well enough to correct it, your correction is not needed. But you grammar cops persist with your corrections anyway, because deep down inside, being shown that your correction is not needed makes you feel like you are not needed. Just remember that that social contract is what governs the language, but you and I are what creates the language. Dictionaries don't create words for people. People create words for dictionaries. We out, sure.